So football is more or less minimal effort, maximum profit. For, if I may use that phrase, you know, you need tracks for runners, you need equipment, you need stopwatches, you need coaches, you need vaults and bars for jumpers, you need sand pits for long jump, you need your hammer, you need your javelin, you need your discus, you need boxing gloves for boxing, you need a ring. Football is an open space and a ball.
Okay, but in all of this, we still do not have good playing fields spread across this country. We do not have enough stadia for the footballers to even play their game. And yet we still have the back and forth on who's leading the NFF, who's not leading the NFF.
Which is what is funny, because all our sports ministers, what you just said is what they should be doing. Focusing on developing infrastructure so that those at grassroots level who are not professional can develop their skills. It's the social aspect of sports. Lobbying legislature to give tax incentives and all sorts of other incentives to companies who are interested in sponsoring sports. These are the things a minister should be doing. We don't have these facilities because they cost money. Nobody is investing in them, you know. Rather, what we have is a situation where just let the people do the work themselves. So you have people who are dedicated to coaching young people, local coaches, academy owners, doing all the work, and some people who sit as gatekeepers become beneficiaries of their hard work. That's why the NFF is so juicy, if I may use that term.
You know, while they look at this, the meeting being held at high-level government, one of the issues that they will consider is how do they get all of them to agree? Because for the NFF president and the SecGen to communicate to FIFA that, yes, we're back in control, you need to do it in such a way that beyond that communication, you still don't come back home and have a lot of things to sort out, or at least reduce it to the barest minimum. There's a group that thinks that Amateur Next group, they're not known to law. So how should the authorities approach those kind of groups?
You know, people always think Nigeria's problem is corruption, but it's impunity. We have cultural impunity, and once again, we're seeing ourselves negotiating with impunity, and our bar and bench have been shamelessly complicit in this. The fact that we have so many learned fellows from the sports minister, all the lawyers and judges involved, and you know that the main crux of this is that FIFA has statutes that must be obeyed. You know, and the fact that they have ignored that and they've chosen to do what is wrong in this case is the main problem. We can't be worrying about whose oxes are God or who is aggrieved right now. There should be no negotiation with impunity. Follow the law. The Benin Congress gave a chance for reconciliation. It was flouted. I was surprised the NFF went that far to try and reconcile, but that was flouted, and that window should close. And if the NFF is still trying to negotiate, then I think Pinnick and his people deserve every bit of stress they get, because this is the point where you sit back and let FIFA do their job.
All right, let's go to Abuja and see the other perspective coming through from there. Okay.
Well, thank you, Chamberlain. We have with us this morning Mr. Harrison Jala, who is a sports journalist. You're welcome to.
I'm President, National Association of Nigerian Footballers.
President, Nigerian Association of Nigerian Footballers. Well, you're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just wondering, what do you make of the controversy that has, you know, gone on for so long? We're almost approaching another elections right now. Meanwhile, the controversy that emerged from the last elections conducted is yet to be over, even a few months before we have the next elections. And now it would seem that we have a sledgehammer about to fall on us from FIFA. Do you think we'll be able to avert that ban today?
Well, first of all, the issue predated this current administration. It's been on from 2006. We had this same issue in Galadima's time over elections, and it moved on to Lulu's time in 2010 over elections, 2014 over elections, and we are talking about an election. Those issues have not been resolved; they are still pending. This is a report, a ministerial report of the elections in 2010 that is yet to be implemented. So this is the current Supreme Court judgment. So while I said it predated this administration, it's been on for a while. And the President of the Federal Republic, Goodluck Jonathan, the former president, this said that After the 2010 World Cup, with all the disgrace we came back from in South Africa, no, you guys need a break. 2 years. Put your house in order and come back strong. You know, as usual, it's the same thing they are doing now. There's nothing they didn't tell the president at that time, and the president recanted. All sorts of pressure on him and so on.
So it's something you would say we should go back to, that recommendation?
So what I'm saying now is this. We need a window because everything is in disarray. We are not running football. We are almost about 200 million Nigerians. Football is supposed to be viable in this country like other sectors. You know, in Brazil, football is very viable. Football can be viable here. It was viable in the 70s. It was viable in the 80s. It was even viable in the early 90s. So there is nothing. All the institutions that make up the running of football is in tatters, it's in disarray.
So I want us to come to today. I mean, we know that by 12 noon today, if we're not able to get this resolved, you know, we most likely will be facing a ban from FIFA. Doesn't that worry you?
No. It's a window. It's an opportunity for us to reorganize ourselves.
So you think the ban will help us?
Very well.
If indeed it comes.
Exactly. Because, you see, it's a recurring decimal. It will continue to happen. They are talking about, which elections are they talking about? Elections that people are in court already to stop? My group is in court already to stop the proposed election they're talking about in 2018.
Which one? The one that is coming up
exactly,
in September?
In September.
Wow.
So you see, you have to.
But even your group, I mean, you talked about you being president of Nigerian.
National Association of Nigerian Footballers.
Yes. But some people say that even that is under contention. And that's the reason why our producers just wanted us to introduce you as a sports journalist. They say even the leadership of your organization is under contention.
That is what I'm saying. The entire football structure is in disarray. You get to... we get to put our acts together.
Why is it so contentious? Why is the leadership... I mean, we talk to our leaders. We talk about how, you know, politics in Nigeria is very contentious. But some organizations, some people would think they'll be a little more straightforward.
Let me explain to you. You see, as we speak today, the 2004 Act of Parliament is the only enabling law we have that is running football. They deviated from it and call themselves, the Nigerian Football Federation, they call themselves, is not backed by law. There's no enabling law. What we have today is, it was a Decree 101 that became an Act of Parliament in 2004.
You say, well, we know that there was some controversy. Just sorry to interrupt you, because we need to go on break now. We'll talk about a little more explanation on why, you know, football associations are so contentious, especially elections into becoming chairman or whatever, electing the leadership of football associations are so contentious in Nigeria. In a moment, please stay with us.